I'm on a set of Generation Iron, and I'm taking my new favorite supplement, Game Face. I used to take Alpha Brain, but it's twice as strong, and I'm a big nootropic guy, and I need it when I do films like this. So, like me, I think you should get your Game Face on. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Alright, I'm just sitting here enjoying the beautiful global warming in New York, which is, I don't know, New York, maybe the weather didn't get the memo in New York about, the planet warming up, because it's fucking freezing here. Anyway, alright, I just wanted to talk about just a few things. Well, I won't make this video too long. Like, sometimes I make them too fucking long, I know. Simmer down. But, I'll just talk about a few things. Again, I want to do more videos. I'm actually thinking about changing the channel a little bit. I don't know. I'll get some feedback from you guys, because I like to talk about... See, I would do... Dude, listen, if you saw... I'm filming on a fucking... What is this? It's a JVC camera. A JVC... I forgot what it's called. Wait, what's the name on the fucking camera? Anyway, I just know it's a little JVC camera. It's a little fucking... one of them little camera things, And I stick my face here because there's no... if I'm all the way back here, guys probably ain't going to be able to see me. You might see Rocky Marciano there. You might see... That's my boy Lee Priest right there. Lee Priest. Jesus Christ. That's Lee Labrada in my gym training. That's my shirt he's wearing. Right there is... that's the gym I owned back in the 80s, right? That's Paul DeMeo right there. My friend Paulie DeMeo. Anyway. So... What am I telling you this for? I'm telling you this because I do this shit by myself. And the reason why I stick my face in here, so you could actually hear me and get a little bit of, somewhat voice stuff, shit, bullshit, because I don't have one of them fucking microphones, and I'm not filming on an iPhone or any of that bullshit, okay? I'm not filming on any of that stuff. I'm filming on a fucking goddamn old school JVC Vario or some bullshit camera like that. So that's what I'm filming on, right? So I don't have anybody around here that, like, that I live by, that, or nor can I afford paying somebody to do this shit. But regardless, I don't live with it, nobody I know that can come here and we do a video together. But I'd like to do other videos, because meaning like, there's things that you guys don't know about me. Like, I don't really sit around thinking about bodybuilding at all, and I don't watch any bodybuilding videos. I don't watch any of these guys that talk about bodybuilding, okay? I don't, even Dave, very rarely, once in a while, I'll watch, an RX show. If I find it interesting, or if I know who it is, or somebody dies, which we'll get to in a minute. I don't really watch bodybuilding stuff, like I'm really, I'll watch the Joe Rogan shit. I was supposed to be on Value Entertainment with Patrick Bet-David. That's when I got the throat cancer, and then fucking COVID hit, and that put the end of that. But, some of the things that they talk about, like, like I'm very into politics and shit. If I wasn't a bodybuilder and I could be young again and do it all over again, I would either be a prosecutor and throw everybody in fucking jail, or I would be like an anthropologist, or, something like a geologist. I'm into that stuff very much, like extremely. History, I'm into history and everything, but I'm really into, like, all that other stuff. Okay, very much so. So, I watch videos on Terra Preta, which is the fucking soil that they have in fucking Amazon, and it's a man-made, that there was whole fucking civilizations in the Amazon. I'm into that stuff. I watch shit like that all the time. I don't give a fuck about bodybuilding. I don't want to watch some bodybuilder, talk about that shit. All right, so I would love to do shows in that, because I'm very knowledgeable about that shit too. But, and when Joe Pietaro and I worked for, Musket Development, we had the top fucking podcast, bro. Dave Palumbo talked about it on, like, 2 shows ago on the After Hours. He said, I couldn't believe, we interviewed some of the top celebrities, you know what I mean, from fucking, we interviewed, like Donny Osmond, fucking, I know, some of you guys, oh, Donny Osmond, whatever, but, you know what I'm saying, I can't forget it, it's like so many people we interviewed, and, You know, we were the ones that broke the story for the movie Creed, for the, you know, with Apollo Creed, with Rocky and everything, because we talked with, you know, Paulie from Rocky, Burt Young, and we were talking with him, and he broke the story to us. He was telling us, yeah, they're putting us together a script right now, and you know, I think they got me out. If they put me out of it, it's like going to be sacrilegious. And sure enough, they put him out of it. But we broke it, and it was on TMZ, and the TMZ actually talked about, you know, us, this little podcast, you know, how they broke the story. Because we interviewed so many celebrities, you know, Mario Lopez, you know, fucking, you know, so many fucking, you know, celebrities, you know. It's crazy. We all the girls from the fucking, you know, from Mob Wives, you know, Big Ange, before she died, wanted me and Joe to come over. She was going to make us spaghetti and meatballs, you know what I mean? We were on a Johnny Potenza show, which is a show for cable television, and, you know, her brother was there and stuff, and, you know, Vinny Paz and shit like that. We were all, but, you know, we're all buddies. So it just, but there's a lot more, you know, that I want to do, but I can't do it, you know, because I don't have other people here, and you know how hard it is to sit here and just talk by yourself and just bullshit, you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's not easy. So when we're on the after hour show, I know I'm always yelling like Dave, you know, like I'm always fucking, you know, but that's because, you know, there's a lot of us and we're talking, and let me get to the after hour show. We just did the show, and we talked about, like, you know, the death of Andy Hammond, who, great guy, man. Yeah, I know Andy very well. You know, we would do videos to get fuck around. If I put up the middle finger, he would just go like this, and he, you know, he didn't want to do any of that stuff. Would never curse. Because, you know, whether he cursed in real life or not, you know, privately it's a different story. But when video was on, he would never do anything stupid, because he dealt with kids, and he wanted kids to look up to him, and he was a fucking real life fucking great guy, man. I'm just telling you, he was. We were talking about Amin, you know, because Amin, with that ibogaine shit and everything, but Amin is a good man, and Amin just wants to help people. I know Amin. He's a good man. He just wants to help people. Okay, so we were talking about that. I just wanted to get that out of there. He's a really good guy, Amin. And, you know, then we were talking about Phil Baroni killing his, you know, girlfriend, and, you know, I was telling Johnny Bravo, you know, we talk, you know, Johnny's a good man. Johnny does fucking great work, by the way. Just for great work. Great videographer. But, you know, we were talking about, you know, the whole thing with Baroni, and I even called it. I said on the show, I guarantee you, when he got in the Mexican jails, because I'm friends with people who have been in the Mexican jails, and I said, it's not the inmates. You got to worry about the inmates, of course, but it's not the inmates. It's the fucking cops that run the jail. You understand what I'm saying? The prison guards. And supposedly Mark Coleman gave an interview where he said that they knocked out Baroni's front teeth, you know, because, you know, they don't like us gringos, you know. Now, my girlfriend's Mexican, you know. She beats my ass all the time. Only when we're having sex, though. Stop fucking around. Anyway, so, you know, and you know, this, and, you know, then, you know, it's, you know, Johnny was doing his thing, and, you know, he was talking about how, like, you know, maybe CTE, you know, getting hit in the head a lot. Now, do I believe that a lot of those UFC guys have CTE? Yes. I know quite a bit of UFC guys. My daughter's a fighter. She does not fight in the UFC, but I can guarantee you, if that's what she wants to do, one day she can, because she was undefeated, you know, MMA fighter. My daughter, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, was undefeated, bare knuckle, okay, and my daughter's an animal. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. She does smoke a lot of pot, just like every one of them UFC guys. They don't stop smoking pot. But the whole CTE thing, and I was saying that, you know, it's not, you can't blame an asshole. See, steroids, it's like Chris Benoit. Okay, you know, I know Triple H really well. I know a few wrestlers really well. They're friends of mine. Triple H's real name is Paul. He's very good friends with Dave. Dave trains him and stuff. But, you know, listen, steroids don't make you, this fucking light, I see it looks like a bright spot. Let me turn this light off here. Okay. Just knock shit over. Steroids if you're an asshole, steroids will make you a bigger asshole. That's all they do. But they don't make you into an asshole. You were an asshole from when you were young. And a lot of these guys, the Baronis and all this shit, I don't know what he was like when he was young. I can't speak on that. I know what people say. You know what I mean? Supposedly, he comes from a family of, we're the wise guys and most of that's, an environment can change a person. You understand? Chris Benoit, I know, was not very well liked. Used to fight a lot of guys backstage and shit like that. My friend still he's in the management of the WWE. I'm not gonna say his name. He's right there. He's been there for forever, and he even tells me Chris Benoit was not a nice person. You understand? He was not. And these guys all have histories of beating their wives. You don't just kill your wife or beat the shit out of your wife once. That's the 100th beating that she got, So you can't blame fucking steroids, and you can't blame no CT. These guys get CT after the fact that they've been hit 100 times. But they were beating their girls for a long time, way before that shit. I don't condone that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't condone that. And let me tell you something. When you go to jail, okay, real jail, been there, done that. I'm just telling you, this means nothing. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. You're not going to fucking... There's a difference between tough and crazy. And crazy will outdo tough any day of the week. And I always tell Dave, me and Dave, we talk, me, Dave, John, because we've all been locked up and everything, And the difference is that when you're dealing with fucking crazy, there was a guy that I was locked up. He was maybe 5'2", 5'3", and he was this little 18-year-old fucking Spanish kid. He'd sit there and he'd rap, do this fucking reggaeton shit, and it used to drive everybody crazy, but nobody would say a fucking word to him, because he once stuck a fucking plastic fork in a big black fucking Jack Black dude's eye, who was a tough guy in prison, and he fucking stuck the fork right in his fucking eye from behind. He jumped up from behind, and these guys, that's what crazy does. They're not going to sit there and, they're not going to sit there and box with you and, have an MMA match with you. I'm dropping shit. They're going to wait till you least expect it. And then they're going to fucking stick a fucking fork in your eye, a shank in your eyeball, or some shit like that. Jam a fucking shank in your kidney. And when they stick it in there, they don't stick it in once. Fucking 30 times really fast. Okay? So that's what you're dealing with. So when I tell you these things, it's just, I'm just telling you that when we were talking in the after hour show, what you see and what the reality is sometimes two different things. And we talk about stuff and we all know things. I know things I'm not going to say here. It's fucking, I'm not getting involved, you know what I mean, like that. Sometimes if the cameras were only on, Dave Palumbo says it all the time, John Romano says it, I see, we all say it. When we're talking before the show, we all get together and we talk. And I'm going to tell you something. The shit that comes out there is better than the show. And there's things that we all talk about. There's things that some of us know that we're not going to say, because it's going to cause bad problems. But, we talk before the show. And, so I'm just letting you, I'm letting you know all that. So just to give me a little flavor. So sometimes, you can't blame steroids. You can't blame getting hit in the head. If you're an asshole, there's plenty of football players that might have CTE or that got hit in the head. MMA guys who got hit in the head and they're not out killing their wives, beating their wives. They're not out fucking robbing houses, carjacking cars, or whatever the fuck. You understand? And, there's plenty of people who do drugs that do that shit that don't do that, okay? You're an asshole. It's just, all that does is enhance the asshole capabilities. Gabish, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm talking about? So, I just figured I'd tell you this stuff, because it's, I wish we could talk about more, and I'd like to go more outside of bodybuilding. I don't know if I would do it this channel. I don't know if I'm going to do another channel. I see if I get somebody else involved with me. Because, dude, you know what it's like having to fucking do this? Do you know that I edit these fucking videos on Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker? Dude, that's like archaic. They don't even... And the one I use is the first version of it. I don't use the current version or, the newest, whatever, the latest version, the last version. I use the first version. See, it's so fucking bad that I have to actually delete the whole fucking file that I put together and then fucking bring it back in order for it to work. It's the most fucking and every time I have it, I delete it. I sure and I shit my pants that it's not gonna come back because all the editing and cutting up and putting it all together, shit I do get lost, and I can't tell you how many times that's happened. So I'm over here like fucking, you know, working with like rocks and sticks and, you know, shit like that. Well, everybody else has got all these fucking cameras and like these fucking funky microphones and the lights. I'm using them for, look at it. Look at this. Whoa! Jesus Christ. There's a regular light, you know, that I just turned off. You know, it's a fucking, because you see, wait, let me turn it back on before I knock shit over. Okay. See that? It puts the light here, but there's another one of those right over there. This thing here is a light. Okay. Put up the background, see, but then my face is dark, right? Whatever. So I'm dealing with bullshit, alright? I'm not dealing with the most fancy fucking setup here, you know? As I start getting more of a following, more guys subscribe, because I do want you to subscribe, because then that motivates me. If I don't see any subscriptions, I'm sitting there, I even tell my girlfriend, I don't feel like doing no fucking video, because she'll be like, do a video, you need to do a video, and I'm like, I don't know, you know what I mean? I fucking, you know, when you see subscribers, then I feel like, oh, fuck, I gotta do this, I'm getting all these new subscribers, so that's one of the things, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not gonna fucking bullshit, but, anyway, so, by the way, my girlfriend is going to start selling a whole bunch of shit that was mine. We've been selling a lot of magazines. I don't know where the fuck she put everything. You know, she sells the magazines, everything. But I got books, personal shit. You know, like, you know what I have? Posters. I have fucking posters of bodybuilding. You can't even get them anymore, bro. You can't find bodybuilding posters, but old school posters and shit, the Olympia posters from the 1980s and shit, like real vintage posters, bodybuilders. You know, none of the new guys, it's all the older guys, you know. I sold these cutouts of Schwarzenegger when he did the book Education for Bodybuilder. I have to cut out. I had these big cardboard cutouts from the 1970s. Okay? And she sold them recently. I got like the Mike Mensa book. Oh, God. See, you know what's crazy? One of the books is right there. I see it. Let me get it. Oh, you fuck. Okay. She's selling like this one here, Mike Mensa. That's Mike. That's not even Mike Mensa on the cover, but that's Mike Mensa, okay? It's his, what's the name of his book? Mensa Method to Fitness, Mike Mensa. Okay, the Mensa Method to Fitness. This is an old school book, bro. There's Mike right there, bro. Anyway, I knew Mike very well. And boy, was he a fucking nut. Smoking cigarettes and shit. So, him and I had a wicked argument over fucking, because he's thinking, you know, he used to tell me I'm overtraining. You know, if you're doing more than, you know, X amount of sets, I don't remember how many sets he told me. We were arguing about this, because I was, you know, I'd be doing like fucking 40, 50, 60 sets for a body part. And, you know, Arnold did that, bro. The famous story, I told you all the time. Arnold and Sergio Oliva training together. They did like fucking 40 sets of bicep, 35, 40 sets for biceps. And then, Sergio said, I'm done. I'm fucking cooked. I'm going to go in and take a shower. Arnold said, go on. I'll see you in there. I'm going to do another 10 sets. You know, and Arnold, they used to do that 3 times a week. Anyway, so then I got decked in the locker room. This is a legendary book. Decked in the locker room. Dr. Bob Goldman. And this is steroids, cocaine, and bodybuilding and all this bullshit. You know, she's got a lot of stuff that she's selling. She's selling all this shit. Now, you might be like, why would you let her sell that? Because what the fuck am I going to do with it? You know, I mean, I read this shit 1,000 times and everything, and I've had it for fucking ever. You know, like the Spencer books from like 1970s, I think, you know. It's an old one. It's not the heavy duty, no, it's his fitness book. But it's worth a lot of scuttle, and she's selling it, you know. I can't even see. I have no, without glasses, I can't tell you what year that was, but that's old. You can see by the people on the cover. So she's getting rid of a lot of that shit, you know. There's people who like to buy your bullshit, like shirts and shit, and, you know, so she's getting rid of some of that shit. One of the shirts that I wore in the movie TLC, the yellow fucking powerhouse shirt, I did a billboard for TBS Superstation, you know, TBS. I did a billboard for them, and I had this, like, I had a tank top with a star on it, you know. They made me wear it, and they gave me the tank top. She's selling all that shit. Yeah, I did a ton of shit. So she's selling all that bullshit. So I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. If you're interested, email me off the website, and I'll have her email you back. Email me off my website. You know, Gregg at GreggValentino.net. I think it is. Something like that. I'm bad. My fucking. That website hasn't even been updated. There's so many TV shows that I've been on that aren't even on that website. I forgot about. You know what I mean? And that shit hasn't been updated in forever. But whatever. Just, you know. So she's gonna sell all this shit. But the posters, bro. Those posters. I get like 100 posters of different bodybuilders and crazy shit and fucking. A lot of them are signed. You know, Corey Everson and all this shit. You know, they sign them and. What am I going to do with them? You know what I mean? They're sitting here. They've been sitting. I've had them since the 80s. And they're in pristine condition. Excellent condition. One of two, you know, one or two have like a little thumbtack hole in, you know, for putting it up on a wall. But they're in great condition. So, she's selling that shit. I don't know whatever the fuck else she's selling. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Alright. I'm just going to talk a little bit about some supplement bullshit. And then, we'll get into it. Alright.
I grew up reading Muscular Development.
Listen,
they told it to you straight. Gregg Valentino told it to you straight. Remember that dude?
Oh yeah.
Arms?
Well, he what the inject synthol in his arms, make them like balloons. Yeah.
Fucked up, but he would tell you the real.
Yeah, come on, Gregg.
So listen, I'm always getting asked, even in the gym, holy shit, what should I be taking supplement-wise? Now, not steroids, so relax with that shit, okay? We'll talk about that another time. Here's the thing. Nobody talks about this, as I'm going to talk about it, alright? When you're asking me, I'm an ex-meathead, alright, which, I know recently Dave has been pushing on, if you watch the After Hour show, Dave's like, Gregg, you should compete your genetics. Because, dude, nothing on my genetics, I'll fucking be right up there with all of them. It doesn't matter, I don't mean to be cocky, but I go all the way. My genetics are like that, I don't even have to do calves. I got diamond calves. It's whatever. But, I'm an ex-meathead. And when I was working out, and I was young, like some of you young guys, let's talk about this. Listen to me, hear me out. I'm going to talk about you young guys and older guys, my age. You young guys, when I was young, if it didn't help me build muscle, I didn't want to fucking think, I don't want to hear about it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when Unipro, amino acids first came out, I was eating them fucking things, and they're the reason why I've told this story before. I know some of you, you're repeating your story. I have to chew. I chew all my amino. I chew everything. I chew every pill unless it says you can't chew it. I don't chew the gels because those fucking things really kill you in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like oil gels and stuff. But I chew everything else, even medicines. Okay? And the reason why is because when I started taking amino acids when I was younger, those Unipro amino acids, they're like fucking stones, you know what I mean? And so I took a shit, and they fucking came out my shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I didn't even digest them, So now I chew everything. But when I was younger, I took everything and anything that I thought was going to make you bigger, the creatine, the whole shebang, you know what I mean? And, glandulars, fucking liver tablets, desiccated liver, because we thought, it's going to help you get bigger. Arnold took it, lecithin, Arnold took it, you know what I mean? Now that shit's in, like a joke. But back in the fucking 70s, you know, that was in a magazine, so you believed, oh God, that's going to make me bigger or harder ripped. So that's the only time I took anything. But, you know, supplement-wise, I wasn't a huge supplement taker because if it didn't make you bigger, I'm not going to take it. I didn't even take a multivitamin because to me, it's not going to make you bigger. I'm not going to take it. Now, as an older guy, my mindset is different. So when you ask me supplements, my advice to you younger guys, the only supplements you guys really need is maybe a protein supplement, you know, like a protein powder, something like that. Only if you're not getting enough protein through your diet and you can't eat like all the time and you need to get a meal in you. But taking protein powder for the most part is useless. You know what I'm saying? It's good for guys, like if you're a cop and you're in a police car, but then again, you might get the Hershey squirts, but, you know, and you can't get a meal in you, you haven't eaten in like 4 or 5 hours, you're hungry, you don't want to stop at a fucking donut shop, you don't want to go stop and grab fucking like Subway sandwich or something. It's good to get that's when protein drink will help you, having a good shake, you know what I mean? Some guys like to take a shake right after the workout to get that, you know, pure whey protein in you. You understand what I'm saying? The isolate, you fucking right there, boom. Like that. Okay, so some people, that's good when you're young. The other thing, maybe a little creatine can't hurt you. You know, maybe, you know, cell volumizer there, make you a little stronger. You know, do you need it? No. You don't need it. The only thing I would tell you is take a multivitamin, multi-mineral. Now, the other thing that you can do when you're young is do what us older guys need to start doing. Okay? And follow me on this. As an older bodybuilder now, I don't give a fuck about creatine. I don't give a fuck about protein. You understand? I'll take a protein shake here and there if I feel like I didn't have enough protein during the day or I couldn't grab a meal. The only thing I fucking take now is stuff to help me live a longer life, okay? I take, like, stuff like, do I have to go out there and bring it all in here? You know, I take stuff for, like, the liver, you know, to keep the liver, tutka, I take, digestive enzymes because that helps not only with the liver but helps with the digestion. That's what you got to care about, okay? As you get older, it's those things. And you know what? That can help a younger guy, especially guys on steroids. You know, I take Live 52. I take this cytomine, whatever the fuck the name of that shit is, that helps your kidneys. You know, I take Speeman. It helps the fucking piece of ligad down there, you know, with the semen. You know, this is all from Himalaya. I take, I take quercetin, I take a lot of NAC, NAC, NAC. I take the VitaQuest brand, not the VitaQuest, NutriQuest brand, okay, because it's, I like the capsules and stuff, I do take capsulated vitamins that are power, in a capsule. And minerals. I take what else do I take? I take a lot of shit. Fuck, I take a lot of shit. I want stuff for the liver, for the health, for the gut, because the gut is your immune system. That can help younger guys. It's always good to help the gut. I take a lot of Fiberlize. That's in the next room. I got tons of Fiberlize, bro. Tons of it. You have no fucking idea how much fucking Fiberlize I take it every day. And I'm not trying to push you guys on that shit. Psyllium husk, it's the same shit. You go out and get it yourself. What else do I take? I'm trying to visualize all those fucking things that are over there. There's vitamin. I do take shit like, the prostate for the prostate. All these things are good for younger guys too, but really us older guys, that's the shit we gotta concentrate. Oh fuck, I take this bullshit here, to gain face because I want to get the, that's for your brain, okay? That's, I don't want to get Alzheimer's. I don't want to get fucking chagad up in the brain. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be like fucking loopy. That shit really does help, but it builds up. It's not something you just take. It's not an energy thing. Okay, it's a nootropic. It's a strong, bro. It smokes alpha brain. I've given you this whole speech before. I'm not trying to tell you about it. I don't give a fuck if you do it. Don't. I take Brain boosters, because you want the brain. You know, as you get older, you get brain fog. You understand? These are the things that I think are the most important. I take a good, really good probiotic, prebiotic. Okay, you mix the apple cider vinegar. I stopped doing that for a while. Now I'm going back to it. You know, to do the apple cider vinegar for the stomach acid, for the GERD and all that shit. Because as you get older, your body doesn't produce enough stomach acid. See, you young guys, you don't have to do this. Okay, you don't have to do this. It's not what you know. Most of you guys, like something like this. You know, I don't need to take something to get my brain. You know, you're fucking 25, 26, 30 years old, whatever. But as you get older, you do need stuff for the brain. You do need stuff for the fucking gut. You do need stuff, you know, because you need to keep your, you know, we care, you know what I mean? I want to live a longer life now. So that's what I'm more into, the longevity end of things. Capiche? So when you ask me about supplements, it's a loaded question, because I'm an older guy and I'm not going to take that fucking, I don't give a shit. Creatine, yeah, I'm jacked, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm fucking, test boosters. Dude, test boosters. Throw it in garbage. Doesn't work. Throw that shit in the garbage. Doesn't work. Take the real fucking thing. Stop fucking around. Okay? You want test? Go take fucking test. Stop fucking around with that test booster shit. It's not gonna work. You know, I do like to fly a little bit, so I do take, you know, if I mix that bullshit, the nootropic there, what the fuck, the game face, if I mix that with like you know, something with a little babanya, a little ephedrine or something in there, you know. Ooh, I'm flying around and shit, you know, flying, feeling good, you know, but you get strong. Oh, I take a little bit of Viagra, too, for the workout. And also helps to piece your leg out, you know, gotta keep the old lady, well, she's not an old lady, she's young. She's fucking 27 years younger than me, my girlfriend. We've been together, say, going 17 years. But, you know, I take a little bit of Viagra. Okay, because, you know, because nitric oxide, I don't fuck with that super beats and shit like that. Now I'd rather take the fucking, go cut to the chase. You understand? Let's get the fucking nitric oxide up. So a little piece of Viagra, a little piece. Okay? And not even the 10 milligrams. It's, you know, I take a 50 milligram tablet and I'll bite the kind of little piece. I could get like 6 fucking bites out of that. You understand? I'll take yohimbine, sometimes HCl with it, 5 milligrams. I'll take, you know, these things also help you in a different way. You understand? Like Tony Hughes sends me shit, you know, and the yohimbine is, I like that stuff. You mix it with the fucking Viagra and your fucking shit's like this, you know. I'll take, you know, agamentine, you know, which is, you know, like, stuff like that, arginine, you know. What else do I take? I'm trying to think here. You know, I do a lot of stuff for the gut. I drink kefir. Okay, I take swigs of that all day because you want to keep the fucking good flora in the belly. These are the things that you guys should be worrying about. These are the fucking things you guys should worry about. You know, being a jock and all that shit. Let the workout and the food. Workout, food, and the babanya maybe. You know, a little babanya never hurt nobody. You know. Charge! Anyway. Little babanya never hurt nobody. So you can do that. But really food and training. But the food's got to get digested. And as we get older, you know, the stomach acid, you get the fucking GERD, you know, the acid's up here in your throat. So we got to, you know, we got to do something about that. You know, take the, you know, the PPIs, the proton bullshit and all that stuff. Oh, for sleep, GABA. I mix GABA and I take magnesium, but I take like magnesium glycate, okay, because that's better for the sleep. Forgot about that, the magnesium because dude, I'm fucking hyper naturally. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm hyper naturally. So being hyper naturally makes it so that, like, you know, it's hard for me to sleep, and the brain don't shut off. So, you know, it's very, very tough. And you know what? Melatonin makes me restless. I'm the opposite of everybody. Like people that take what's that pink shit? No, not Pepto-Bismol. You know, the stuff for the fucking allergy. Benadryl. Dude, I take a Benadryl, I don't get sleepy, I get restless. Take a fucking melatonin before bed, get restless. I'm very, 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 very funny about that shit. You know, and so, when you're restless and you can't sleep, bro, there's nothing worse than that. So I have trouble. I can't take any of those things that most people take to sleep. You know, the GABA doesn't seem to make me crazy. 5-HTP, I don't really do that. A lot of that stuff makes me fucking restless. It makes me worse. That doesn't make me sleepy. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you gotta shake hands with the general. You know what I'm saying? That makes anybody tired. What else? What else do I take? See, these are all things that, like, you know, when you're older, you worry about. They're like, you know, young bodybuilders, yeah, if it doesn't make you huge, I don't want it. Yeah, huge, you know? You know, that's it. Oh, sometimes I'll drink a little bang before a workout. Sometimes. I know it's not the greatest thing to do. Simmer down, I get it. But a little bit of root beer bang. Look at that, root beer bang. Root beer bang. You know how many fucking I have? I don't want to show. If I turn this camera, because then you guys will like look at the room a minute and be like, "Oh no, I got about 6-7 cases of root beer bang right there." Some are champagne flavor. Now, I've never tasted champagne ever in my life. Okay, I've been best man at weddings and everything. I don't drink, but I'm told that doesn't taste like real champagne. You know, because it's sweet, but that's a nice flavor too. It almost tastes like cream soda to me. But my friends that have drank champagne tell me that don't taste like champagne. And I'm like, okay, good. But, what else? So, you know, my only vices are stuff like this. You know, take this shit. Caffeine. If I mix this here with that right there and a little bit of ephedrine with the fucking game, holy fuck, because that's brain booster shit, but that's not energy shit. That's brain booster. But you mix the brain booster with the fucking... Holy fuck. But then you get too fucking amped. And then you wonder why you can't sleep at night, right? Shut up. What else? What else do I take? So I think that's pretty much it, you know. I definitely do a lot for the gut, though. The gut, you know, we don't want acid indigestion. We don't want gut problems. I told you the probiotics with the prebiotic. I take a really good one. I don't remember the name of it, but it's to fucking pay like $60 for it. So it's really good shit. And I do, like I said, I do take the kefir. I drink that shit. What else? You know, I'm a diabetic, so I do take metformin, and it really fucking, I love that shit. Not for nothing, but I do love it. It helps you with carbs and fucking sugars and everything else, you know, lowers the blood sugar. But that's what the apple cider vinegar does. You know, if I make the drink in the morning, you know, a little bit of lemon, some cinnamon. Again, the reason why cinnamon is because it helps with the fucking blood sugar. Capiche? And then I'll put like a shot of fucking apple cider vinegar, but you gotta drink it in water. Or seltzer water, which I drink it in sometimes. And then I'll actually tell Dave Palumbo, where is it? Ah, fuck, again, it's in the other room. I had it in this room. See, we're doing shit in this room. I'm not going to let you see the room, so shut up. But, you know, sometimes I'll try to flavor it even better. I'll throw some of his the amino shit in there. You know what I mean? Amino ice, whatever the fuck it is. Amino, you know what I mean? I throw a little bit of that in there. Just to give it a little sweetness, you know, to offset the tart of the vinegar. And plus, it's amino acids. How you going to go wrong with that, right? No sugars, amino acids. But there's sugars, what do you call it? There's sugar substitutes in there. Like, all that stuff is no good. They're artificial sweeteners. Oh, fuck you, please. If that's my only vice, okay? I don't eat fucking sugar, and I'm not going to fucking, you know, come on. Give me a break with that bullshit. Oh, it disrupts the biome of the stomach. Don't disrupt my biome, motherfucker. Anyway. What the fuck is that? Alright. So I think you guys get the spiel, right? You'll be sure to see where I'm coming from. So those are the supplements I take, and that's what I think older guys should take. All that shit, rewind, watch the video again, because I can't rename it all. If I go out there, I'm going to be coming in with armfuls of shit, you know, and dropping it all over the floor, and my girlfriend's like, what are you doing? You know, I'm trying to think if there's one other supplement I'm missing in there. Oh, saw palmetto, I do take a lot of that, and Silmarian, you know, that's for the liver, which is, you know, I take a lot of it, a strong dose of milk thistle Silmarian. That doesn't work. Yes, it does. It works with fucking scar tissue and all of it. Simmer down. Okay, my father, who took that shit, He had bad liver. He didn't drink, but he had liver cirrhosis from other bullshit. And, abusing his diabetes. And I think he got hepatitis from when he was fucking in the army. But, that fucking helped his liver big time. Even the doctor's like, what are you taking? You know what I mean? He's like, oh, my son has me on milk thistle. And what the funny fucking thing is, after he got the good diagnosis, this is my father's crazy bastard. As soon as, he's dead now, so simmer down. But, as soon as he got a good fucking thing, they're like, oh man, your liver's doing great. You know what he did? He stopped taking a shit. Well, I'm fine now. And guess what? It came back. Anyway. Alright, so you get the idea. I forgot about the milk thistle, which is silmarian. That's the ingredient in there, and I take, good potent dosage. I either use, what do you call it? Nutricost, sub brand, and now nutrition, whatever the fuck, with the orange label. Those are pretty much the brands I go with. Obviously, I use Dave stuff, because I get it for free, too, so. That's the perks, bro. Shut up. Alright. That's it. There you go. Alright, so I hope that helps you. You young guys, you don't need any of that shit. You know what you need to do? Shut your fucking mouth. Turn off your fucking cell phone. Holy fuck, bro. And you guys wonder why I had a flip phone. You know what I mean? Turn off your cell phone. Stop fucking around with that shit. Stop in the middle of fucking between sets. You know what I mean? I don't know who the fuck you're texting, what you're watching, what you're listening to. Dude, I can't listen. I can't have shit in my ears hanging like this while I'm working out. I can't have any of that shit. So I'm stuck with listening. Sometimes in a fucking gym, they have the worst rap music. Torture. I love all music, but that rap shit, country's a little rough too, unless it's older country, like Johnny Cash type stuff like this. And what people don't, a little side note to people don't know about me, I like hillbilly music. I listen to a lot of that shit. I love banjo stuff, bluegrass, like that kind of shit. I love all that stuff. But I don't listen to that working out. If I was work out at home, you know what I do? I put on Yes or ESPN and I watch that while I'm working out. Especially if there's a Yankee game on. Forget about it. When I'm in the gym, fucking all the TVs, even though you can't hear it, then I put on MLB. That's the other thing I'll watch. MLB or Yes, which is the Yankee Entertainment, Sports Network. I watch that shit, Yankee games and shit, if they're on, or reruns of them. Because I'm like that, alright? Simmer down. I'm a New Yorker. I'm a Yankee fan. Fuck the Red Sox. Let's go. My son is a big Red Sox fan. It's sick. It's sickening. It's disgusting. I don't know how that happened. We won't even get into that. But, so, okay, I'm rambling on bullshit here. I'm sorry. Young guys, eat, work out. Babanya, maybe. If you're real young, no, you don't need no babanya. If you're 18 years old, you don't need no babanya. Yeah, and some of you are 18 years old, you're doing that shit anyway. Even if you're 21. You're only gonna fuck up your test. You're gonna need it later on. So, whatever. No, you're not gonna listen to me. But eat good food. Train. You don't need all those supplements I told you. Some of them could help you. A little digestion stuff always helps. You understand? Always helps. Go to bed at night if you have trouble. Go to bed at night. The GABA and fucking magnesium glycate, not citrate. Glycate's the better one. And for sleep. And stomach shit's always good to have. And if you're on the babanya, liver shit. Tutka, fucking the digestive enzymes, because it's got all that oxbile, all that bullshit in there. Very good for you. Betaine and fiber is always good to add to your diet. Probiotics, prebiotics, always good to have. You don't take it every day. You don't have to take it every day. Shit like that. That's always good. Doesn't matter your age. You got to digest the food, and you got to keep that fucking gut healthy, because the gut is the immune system. No, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. All right, so I'll be back. If you guys have any ideas, you want to hear shit about, but I can't sit and talk about bodybuilding all the time. It fucking make me crazy, bro. You know what I mean? You want to talk about Tara Prater, the fucking nice black dirt that they have in the fucking Amazon, or shit like that. I love all that stuff, and that's the kind of stuff I'm really into, I won't even get into it, but That's the shit. And I'm also into like ghost shit. But most of that 99.9% of that shit's fake. So, alright. Stop fucking around. Be good to your girl. Be good to your wife. Be good to your significant other. Pay your child support. I fucking hate deadbeat dads. Don't do that shit. Be good to those kids. One day, you're going to need them. And you know what? Even if your ex-wife is a bitch, pay the child support. It doesn't matter. Even if she's taking that money and spending it on her new boyfriend or whatever the fuck, or nice clothes and a new car for herself, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you paid it. And one day your kids are going to see that she took their money and used it for something else. So you're going to be the hero. Right now you're the fucking Momo, okay? You're the big Momo to them. But one day, you're going to be the hero, okay? Doesn't matter if she gives it to Joe Matarazzo or whoever. What matters is that you paid it. So pay child support. Don't be a fucko. Alright. I love you guys, man. Alright, leave your comments. Tell me what you fucking think. I'll try to do more, you know? Subscribe, like, all that fucking bullshit. You can't sleep through this before you go to bed. Forget about it. You sleep like a dog, bro. Alright, stop fucking around. I'll see you guys.